The project entitled Creative Hubs, Holistic Networking of Creative Industries via Hubs, funded by the European Regional Development Fund and the European Union, and having partner responsible the LB region of Western Greece, with the support of the Chamber of Etolokarnania via programmatic agreement and its subcontractor, deals with the development of creative hubs and the results they have in startups and small and medium businesses, emphasizing the promotion of the needs of the local community, its sustainability, and the improvement of its quality of life. In this context, it is important to give a definition of creative hubs. Creative hubs are defined as spaces that bring creative people and industries together by enhancing the interaction between them. They are often defined as a practical means of meeting the needs of local communities and of the creative and cultural communities of each region by enhancing networking for business development and active community involvement in the creative and technology sectors. They have the ability to provide a central link for a network of creative people that will create opportunities in the community as well as new jobs. Finally, in an effort to define creative hubs, the emphasis they place on digitization in order to create skills between entrepreneurs and creative industries at the local level is of great importance. Next, it is important to identify the key features that make up a creative hub. Both their flexibility and their local character make the creative hubs flexible and direct in their organizational process, thus strengthening the collaborative forms of business. At the same time, their technological maturity helps in the correct implementation of innovative ideas, while their diversity is ensured as they attract different members with heterogeneous knowledge and by the fact that their members come from different resources and share knowledge with each other while developing innovative solutions. One of the key features of creative hubs is the enhancement of business behavior, as creating an environment capable of stimulating entrepreneurship encourages the flow of information about it, as well as the access to this information. Finally, the commitment of manpower and their flexibility helps in the strategic alignment of human resources due to the development of the hub. Having defined the creative hubs and the key features on which they are based, the project examines the main functions they perform and the internal and external networking capabilities they create. A first function is to highlight the talents of local actors, since people are considered the main facilitators, as well as the main source of inspiration for creativity in the community. At the same time, creative hubs boost economic growth locally and regionally, focusing on local, cultural, small, and medium-sized businesses. As the key element of creative hubs is the emergence of talents, they emphasize the combination of knowledge and social contacts between the regional, cultural, and creative industries. Another element that defines creative hubs is the identity, mission, and sense of belonging that characterizes them. This means that they can create a cohesive identity through the development of a feeling of being part of a cohesive network. Finally, they collaborate with public and private entities through the development of networks, i.e., groups, individuals, or companies in a specific geographical area. In an effort to highlight the results of the operation of creative hubs in the project, the key performance indicators of their success are identified. One of the key ones is their impact on local development in order to see if they are connected to local businesses and support the local economy. The success of creative hubs is reflected on the sustainability of their activities by examining whether they are based on the development of sustainable business models, but also on the public recognition they have from the local public community and the self-assessment by the very hubs for their future effectiveness. The project focuses on the analysis of methods and the presentation of the necessary tools that will help hubs managers to create their own creative and cultural hub. The first step, then, is to identify stakeholders through a stakeholder analysis panel. This is followed by the organization of open meetings and events for the distribution of opportunities and promotional exchanges, with a clear wording of the topic of the hub and its impact on local development. The third step is the active participation of many stakeholders throughout the process with flexibility so that they can co-create. What follows is informing the stakeholders by granting them direct access to information through the creation of a mailing list. Finally, an important step is the control and evaluation of the project through questionnaires, evaluation reports, and electronic surveys for future actions. Two important elements in the development of methods of creating hubs are the understanding of how businesses operate and the creation of the hub with the development of social responsibility in order to strengthen local communities. The aim of the project is to highlight the role of the cultural aspect in creative hubs in the local community. Thus, cultural design in the creative industries is presented as a source of inspiration for the development of hubs and networks with clear goals. The development of social responsibility through the exchange of knowledge and the implementation of innovative actions is a primary goal. At the same time, the cultural aspect strengthens the dialogue with European and international organizations on the basis of promoting social economy. At the same time, in this context, the creation of conditions for the improvement of companies' social access to finance is strengthened through the promotion of equality policies and cooperation between the central and the regional levels. An important part of the project emphasizes the relationship between creative hubs and networking in small and medium businesses. Thus, the target groups of creative hubs are both freelancers and small businesses that are integrated in the field of creative economies, but also local NGOs and social businesses. In an effort to build stronger relationships and connections, emphasis is placed on the role of skills development seminars and networking events around issues related to cultural entrepreneurship, digitization, and the use of new technologies. Networking is presented as a means of developing cognitive contact between different cities, but also interaction based on their different needs. An important part in the development of the project is, of course, the role of creative hubs in the modern economy and development. This role becomes apparent through four main pillars. The first pillar concerns globalization, as hubs play an important role in local, national, and European economic development policies. The second pillar refers to regional development, as the number of cooperating businesses increases following the global trend. A particularly important pillar is the support of small and medium businesses, as their members collaborate in creative fields and seek new flexible and economically productive solutions. The final pillar is job creation, since the hubs are promoted as a tool for networking businesses, people, and enhancing sustainable development. Next, creative hubs are described as a strategic performance lever that helps the global business culture become local by addressing natural barriers and building alliances. In this way, businesses are given the opportunity to network with other countries' hubs, promoting business globalization, social entrepreneurship, competition, and sharing through new transnational and intercultural opportunities. In an effort to present the points that creative hubs prioritize, it is worth mentioning not only the bonds and collaborations that are developed, but also the development of skills and local technological development through training, dissemination of results, and know-how. In conclusion, some key issues are presented which the project aims to highlight regarding the possibility of creativity to promote the transition towards a dynamic environment based on the development of talent and the attraction of innovations in the regional economy. Finally, useful questions are raised about the reasons and ways in which creative hubs prioritize collaboration and consistent communication, and at the same time about the role of the public sphere in strengthening the links between creative hubs at the local and regional level.